back to the channel. So today's video we are mowing some grass. We are actually in field number 2. I mowed a little bit last night. I mowed 8 acres last night just to kind of get a start made on it. And we're now in the next field, which is field number 2, and it has got roughly 12 acres in it, or just over 12 acres. So yeah, we're in it now at the minute, just trying to get it dropped down. This field, we've some things to watch out for in it. One, it was tracked in the springtime, spreading slurry in it and fertilizer, because it is just one of those fields that is, parts of it are subject to flooding from a river. So that's one thing we have to watch out for. And the second thing is also related to the river, is there is some debris which has washed in from the river. I think it's a paling post or a fencing post that is somewhere down the bottom of the field. So we'll keep an eye out for that and see if we come across it. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. Weather is a bit on the dodgy side. Yesterday dried up well enough for me to start mowing yesterday evening. The grass was quite dry, not 100% dry, but not bad. And then it done a little skift of rain, or a little shower of rain, just right at the very end, when I was only a couple of runs to do left in the middle of the field and the headland, just around the ditch. So yeah, that was that. Today I had waited this morning, collect a load of maize meal, come back, and just as I landed back in the yard, it was a great morning. It had done a shower of rain, I think, overnight, something light, not very much, but had dried up extremely well. Sun was out, but it spat rain for about a minute and a half in the yard, and it just dampened things a little bit. But it's now about 3 hours later, and things have dried out pretty well, but there is passing showers, so it's hit and miss whether we're going to get them or not. We're hoping that we don't, but we don't know, so we'll just have to see. We intend to start lifting silage tomorrow, so we can't exactly wait any later or longer to get the mowing done. It's kind of now or never, so even if it does do a little shower rain, we're going to keep moving, we'll keep going. So yeah, I will keep you updated on how we're getting on this field, whether we find any debris, how things is with the tracks. Yeah, the tracks is true, so we'll just have to see. But great crop of grass. It's just starting to shoot out a little bit, but overall plenty of leaf in it, and it's a heavy crop, so yeah, be very happy with the grass. So yeah, that's really it for now. We'll get a bit of footage as we're going along. I'll keep you updated on proceedings and how we are getting on. So yeah. Jesus Christ, size of that. Well, that's the one, I would say. No harm done. Just kind of moved it along in the grass. So I'll just get it back into the river. Over here, I'll put it over along the river bank. That's the joys of having ground beside a river. There's not much you can do when the flood comes out like it did. So on second thoughts, I didn't throw it back in the river. I just put them there. A couple of the smaller bits I did, but then a few bigger bits, not putting them back in, because they'll only end up washing out again at some stage, either back into here where we are, or downriver somewhere else. So yeah, I'll leave them there for the minute, and we can come around and collect them later on, and we'll dispose of them elsewhere. But yeah, I didn't think it was going to be as big as that. I thought it was just a paling post, so yeah, was watching out for it. But look, I found it, done no harm. Yeah, done no harm, and at least we have it. I hope there's no more, that's all I say, but I'll keep an eye out. This area here now where we are is where the river floods into, it's kind of lower than the rest of the field. So, and the river came right across here. It just came right across and then made its way back out down further. So this whole end of the field here was flooded. So yeah, anyway, no harm done, timber found, continue on. Alright, so we'll finish field number 2 and heading into field number 3. Found a few more bits of branches and stuff that was washed into the river, so they'll have to be lifted along with the rest of them. Also found the ruts that surround the field from earlier in the springtime when it was very wet and damp, when it's been slurried and fertilised. Grass got too strong then by the time it dried out to roll it, so that wasn't really an option. So yeah, it's going to be a bit bumpy when we're down there lifting it tomorrow. Yeah, just pulled into field number 3. As I said, there's about 8 acres in total in this here, and it's a lovely looking crop of grass. Was sprayed for weeds back, I suppose it could be a month ago. So it's a lovely clean looking crop and very leafy, not much stem at all on this by the looks of it. So yeah, we'll get mowing it and see what it's like. So field number 3 is nicely opened up at this stage. We did split it here on this side, and I'll show you why now in a second. There's quite a steep hill in it once you get over this side. It's not as bad over along the other ditch. The field is narrow enough, but it's quite long. And with the steep hill, the problem with it is when you come in, there's like a square here with some trees in it, and to drive around that square with a tractor and the trailer nearly full of grass on a freshly cut field, it always marks it. So the idea is I kind of come straight up here with the trailers and just veer a little bit to the left to join in with the other headland along this ditch. It does leave a little bit of short ground there and a bit of a square of short ground back behind me over on this side. So it actually works out pretty well, because you end up with a bit of short ground in that corner, and you end up with a bit of short ground in the middle of the field, and you can actually go around and take swipes out of it on each side. And it's the best way to cut this field. I've cut it all different ways over the years, and it is the best way, but it can be a tricky field to lift when ground conditions is wet or damp. Excuse me. But yeah, so we're going well at it. There is a small field down the bottom which has like about 1.5 acres in it, and we have to cut it as well. So yeah, it's also quite tricky. There's a bit of a hill in it, but yeah, look, it's grand for silage. You might wonder, I'm sure somebody's going to ask, where's the 3650? Why is it not on the other mower? Well, the reason for that is Dad actually hurt his back over the last number of days. It was coming on him last week. He's never had back trouble before, and it just knocked him down over the last few days. So yeah, just means that I'm mowing with one tractor, and I'll tell you what, I miss the 3650 mowing here. It's only when you're mowing it all on your own, you'll be saying, oh, she's not doing that much, it's only an 8-foot mower. It's not even an 8-foot mower. I think they're only like 7'6" or 7'8" or something like that. But you'll be saying he doesn't do that much, but when he's not here and it's not mowing ahead of you, you can notice the difference. It's just taking almost half as long again to cut the whole thing, or maybe slightly more than that even. So yeah, Dad has to mind his back now for the next couple of weeks just till he gets it straightened out. Nothing worse. There is nothing worse. I hurt my own back in 2015, and I was laid up for about 6 or 8 weeks with it, with nerve pain, and I actually walk with a slight limp ever since because of nerve damage in my leg, and I've always had to watch my back ever since. So this is the first time I think really that it's happened to Dad. So yeah, it's not good. Most people gets a little hint of back trouble at some stage in their life, abusing yourself and lifting things you probably shouldn't be trying to lift. It does come back to haunt you eventually. So yeah, we all get stuck in and bull in, but we really should be a lot more careful. Anyway, I'll continue on. I might set the camera up, get a wee bit of footage of the mower mowing the grass, and yeah, you can have a look at that. The grass, it's starting to head out a little bit over the last few days. You can just see it here, but it's still a lovely field of grass. It's the nicest field up the tree. So just finished mowing. 6.9 and Mower worked 100%, no issues at all with them, and it pulled off very nice, cut very nice. Yeah, happy with it. The grass itself, if you look at it, nice and dry. Everything that was on top is nice and dry, but if you do dig down, look at like that there that was on the bottom, that's a bit wet, or there's a bit of moisture in that. But the likes of what was standing, nice and dry, so it will even itself out a bit, and it will dry. Look at it, it'll dry a bit in the roads tomorrow. It's to be sunny and 18 degrees tomorrow, so, and there is a hell of a breeze here at the minute. so it will dry away, and the rain is finished with. So look, expected to be some wee bit of moisture in it. It done that light drop of rain this morning, it done some bit overnight, very little, but it's all just like these small passing showers, so expected some bit of moisture in it, but overall not too bad. We're going to head back to the yard now. We'll check out and just see how preparations are going there. Have to hook off the mower. The trailer has to go on this tractor here, and I have a bit of diesel up to do as well, so get all that done now and we should be good to go for morning. Alright, so just back in the yard, trying to get the last few bits and pieces finished off. One of the things that was going on when I was away finishing off the mowing was Ben, Peter and Matt, our friend, they come over and just give a wee bit of a hand to put up the sheets around the silage bed. So done a very good job on it. It's not just a standard sheet, it's like a damp proof, or I don't know what you call it. It's like what is under a floor of a house, that kind of stuff. So it's a lot thicker than your standard sheet, and yeah, shouldn't rip a sandy. Last year we had a bit of an issue with it ripping up on the walls when the pressure come on, and it was tearing in a few places. So yeah, look at, we're actually going to try, see this wall here, we're not putting any plastic on it. We're going to put it right here on the back and on this side. We're going to do a bit of a test on this side and just see if we can seal it along the side to save putting the sheets up at all on the side, because there is some people not putting the sheets up, and by sealing it properly at the side they're still getting good results. So we're just going to try it on that side and see what it's like. So maybe the end of putting sheets up on the sides at all, if we can get it to work. Maybe not, maybe we'll be back putting a sheet on it next year, but we're just going to try it anyway. But yeah, silage that was in the middle of the yard was all pushed in. Ben pushed some of it in, stopped the sheets blowing around the place, because it was quite windy earlier, and I just pushed the rest of it in there now. It's just starting to get to the point where it needs to get covered up, that stuff, because it's been moved now, and it's starting to, a few bits of it here, it's starting to go a bit on the blacky side. So for the most part it's alright, but yeah, it just needs to get covered up. But yeah, one more tractor diesel up. Trailer's on the 6.9. I'm going to take the other trailer up now, just get it into position, and then we'll be ready. So final job of the day, topping the 6.9 up with diesel after a busy day mowing, and that will be us finished, thank God. It was a busy day, but we're nearly there. I think we're starting lifting tomorrow around 8 o'clock in the morning, so we're going to be leaving the yard about 20 to 8 or so. We'll be in the field and ready for action. I think we'll put this up as part 1 of the silage video, and we'll do part 2 will be the JF in action and how we get on in putting in the silage. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the sub button, leave a like in the video, comment down below if you have any questions or anything to say. Read all the comments. May not have time to get back to them all a lot of the time, but I do enjoy reading them, and all your inputs are very much appreciated. So yeah, that's it. Busy day coming up tomorrow, JF in action. Let's hope everything goes okay. See you in the next one.